Hello everyone, welcome to a new session. In this session we'll be learning about the parallelogram and its properties. What is a parallelogram? A parallelogram is a quadrilateral in which each two opposite sides are parallel. So as you can see here, AD is parallel to BC and AB is parallel to CD. Let's see now the properties of a parallelogram. Each two opposite sides are equal in length, such that AD is equal to BC and AB is equal to CD, and also each two opposite angles are equal in measure, like the measure of angle A is equal to the measure of angle C and the measure of angle D is equal to the measure of angle B. And the third property is that each two consecutive angles are supplementary. What do you mean by supplementary? Their sum is 180. So as you can see here that the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B is equal to 180 and the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C is equal to 180. Again, let me make this clear. Consecutive angles are the angles that are next to each other. So any two angles next to each other, the sum of their measure is equal to 180 degrees. The fourth property is that the diagonals bisect each other. So M is the midpoint of DB and AC segments. Let's now go and learn about the trapezium. The trapezium is a quadrilateral in which two opposite sides are parallel and not equal in length. As you can see here, segment AD is parallel to segment BC, but AD is not equal in length to BC. Let's go to exercise number 1. If ABCD is a parallelogram, then complete each of the following. The measure of angle C is equal to its opposite angle, so the measure of angle C is equal to the measure of angle A, which is 70 degrees. Question 2. The measure of angle B is what? As you can see that A and B are two consecutive angles, are two angles next to each other, so their sum is 180. So the measure of angle B is 180 minus 70, which is 110 degrees. The measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C is what? As we got B, as we got C, so the measure of B and C is 180 degrees. And also, B and C are two consecutive angles, so by default we know that the sum of their measures is 180 degrees. The length of BC is equal to the length of its opposite side, then the length of BC is 6 centimeters. To find the parameter of ABCD, so it's 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 3, which is 18 centimeters long. Let's now go to exercise number 2. Exercise number 2 is a different type that the question wants me to prove. In this figure, ABCD is a parallelogram where BC is 6 centimeters and MB is 3 centimeters and MC is 4 centimeters. Find with proof the parameter of triangle AMD. Since ABCD is a parallelogram, therefore the diagonals bisect each other. So AM will be equal to MC will be equal to 4 centimeters and DM is equal to MB is equal to 3 centimeters. And we know that each two opposite sides are equal in length. Therefore, AD is equal to BC, which is equal to 6 centimeters. So here, if we got the three sides now of the triangle, then the perimeter of triangle AMD is 3 plus 4 plus 6, which is 13 centimeters long. Exercise number 3. In the figure, ABCD and BCOH are two parallelograms. The question wants me to prove that AD is equal to HO. Since ABCD is a parallelogram, therefore AD is equal to CB. Let's call this equation number 1. And also, since BCOH is a parallelogram, therefore OH is equal to CB, as we know that each two opposite sides are equal in length. Then, from 1 and 2, we can see that AD is equal to OH. And this is what the question wants me to prove. Exercise number 4. In the figure, ABCD and BCOH are two parallelograms. Find with proof the measure of angle ABH. Since ABCD is a parallelogram as given, therefore the measure of angle ABC is equal to the measure of angle ADC, which is equal to 115 degrees. And also, since BCOH is a parallelogram, therefore the measure of angle HBC is equal to the measure of angle HOC, which is 50 degrees. Therefore, the measure of angle ABH is 115 minus 50, which is 65 degrees. And this is what the question wants me to find. Exercise number 5, the question says that ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to BC and AE is parallel to CD. The question wants me to prove that AECD is a parallelogram. As you can see here, since AD is parallel to BC and since AE is parallel to CD, therefore AD is parallel to CE. So we can see from here that AECD, each two opposite sides are parallel. Therefore, AECD is a parallelogram. Let's now go to the evaluation part. In the figure at right, ABCD and BCYX are two parallelograms in which the measure of angle A is 50 degrees and the measure of angle X is 60 degrees. The question wants me to find the measure of angle ABX. Since ABCD is a parallelogram, therefore the measure of angle A equals the measure of angle ABZ is equal to 50 degrees because they are alternate interior angles. And since BCYX is a parallelogram, then the measure of angle X is equal to the measure of angle XBZ, which is 60 degrees, for the same reason that they are alternate interior angles. Therefore, the measure of angle ABX is 50 plus 60, which is 110 degrees. Question number 2. In the figure, if ABCD is a parallelogram and E belongs to AD, where AD is equal to DE and EB intersects DC at point X, prove that BX is equal to EX and DX is equal to XC. As you can see here, since ABCD is a parallelogram, therefore the measure of angle E is equal to the measure of angle XBC because they're alternate angles. And since it's given that AD equals DE, and since AD is equal to BC at the opposite sides of a parallelogram, therefore BC is equal to DE. And also since the measure of angle DXE is equal to the measure of angle BXC as vertically opposite angles, we can now say that triangle DEX is congruent to triangle CBX, as we have two angles and one side. According that, depending on this congruency, we can easily say that BX is equal to EX and also DX is equal to XC. And this is what the question wants me to prove. By solving this problem, we came to the end of our session. Thank you very much and wishing you best of luck.